All right, so there's an issue that needs to be talked about, which is about Joe Biden's tendency to make up stuff and to outright lie, not just once, but multiple times, ad nauseum, over and over and over again, about some of the most ridiculous things, sometimes trivial, sometimes not. I've even seen a clip of him from back in the day when he was running for his first presidency, where in the span of like 30 seconds, he says 3 false things.
Explaining to do. The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School. I mean, this guy comes off this whole thing as a flyweight.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
So, there's that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a compilation of lies from Joe Biden during the debate. Right now, you're going to watch it.
You know what? I think in the past, Joe, if I'm not mistaken, you condemned super PACs. Is that correct?
You get rid of the 9 super PACs you have?
I don't have 9 super. I don't have any super
9.
PACs.
You want me to list them?
No. Yeah, you go ahead and list them.
Okay, come on. Give me a break.
No, I won't give you a break on this one, Joe.
Saying I'm opposed to Social Security, that PolitiFact says is a flat lie, and that the Washington Post said is a flat lie.
Oh, well, let me ask you a question, Joe.
Yeah.
You're right here with me.
Yeah.
Have you been on the floor of the Senate? You were in the Senate for a few years.
Yeah.
Time and time again, talking about the necessity, with pride, about cutting Social Security, cutting Medicare, cutting veterans programs.
No.
You never said that.
No.
All right. America, go to the website right now. Go to the YouTube right now.
When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I meant veterans benefits. I meant every single solitary thing in the government. And I not only tried it once, I tried it twice, I tried it a 3rd time, and I tried it a 4th time.
Your foreign policy decision-making as president.
I learned I can't take the word of a president when, in fact, they assured me that they would not use force. Remember the context. The context was the United Nations Security Council was going to vote to insist that we allow inspectors in to determine whether or not they were, in fact, producing nuclear weapons. I know what happens. I watched the whole Delmarva Peninsula, just like it is in South Carolina and the rest. Something I know a little bit about. I wrote the first climate change bill that was in the Congress, which PolitiFact said was a game changer. I'm the guy who came along and said with Dick Lugar that we're going to trade, we'll forgive your debt if you don't cut down your farm. It's not my view. It's not my view. And by the way, everybody who's been in the Congress voted. And in fact, I've gotten 100% rating from NARAL as well.
So I was able to compile those 6 lies. So those lies, he said that this is a really weird one. This is where, see, when you lie about stupid stuff that's just so outlandish and so specific, that's when I'm like, okay, you're probably a pathological liar. How the hell do you lie about something so specific? So he says that he put out the first climate change bill. They said that the PolitiFact had sent out a tweet. They said, yeah, that's true. But then they said, no, we didn't call it a game changer. He literally said PolitiFact called his first climate change bill a game changer. And PolitiFact, who was like, what? What the hell are you talking about? Where did that come from? He's such a pathological liar. He comes up with random shit that's like made up in his head. I don't know if they're false memories. He's demented. The aneurysms definitely did a lot of... You got to remember, this guy had a double... I don't know if it was a single or double aneurysm. He had a 50%, 30 to 50% chance of being back to normal is what his doctor said. He has not taken a cognitive test, by the way, cognitive function test. So that's another thing you got to keep in mind. Bro, how the hell do you come up with a lie like that? It's one thing to like be asked about something and then lie. It's another thing to make up some like random specific thing. What? You said PolitiFact called your first climate change bill a game changer, and it was a lie? Like, I don't even understand that. Like, what is going on? Then he says that NARAL gave him a 100% rating. Dude, he's had 38% ratings. He's had 64% ratings. In some of the more recent years that he was a senator, he had 100%. But in a bunch of those years, like 2007, he had like a 64 or something like that from NARAL. They're the pro-choice group. And so to say that he got 100%, dude, that's so incredibly deceptive of a lie. You do not have a 100% rating, bro. There were years where you got 34%. 34%. Imagine taking a test and getting 34%. Do you have any idea how much you're like, bro? It's one thing to get like a 65 or a 50. Imagine getting a 34. You flunked the shit out of that, bro. How do you even get 34%? How's that possible? It's just like, bro, it's one thing to have 60 or something like that, which is already a massive lie because you're off by 40%. It's nothing to be like, oh, you actually got 34 in some years. Whoa, dude. You didn't get 100%, bro. Like, that's not even close. Such a deceptive lie. He also said Bernie has 9 super PACs. I have no idea where he got that number from, and this is where he's demented, because where the hell did you pull 9 out of your ass? 9 super PACs? What? 9 super PACs? Where the hell did that come from? You know, the thing is, Our Revolution and Nurses United. Nurses United is a union that uses their union dues as what they're doing. Our Revolution had like 6 donations over like 5K or whatever. So it's not really legit. Now, should all super PACs be removed? Of course. But to say that the union, the nurses union, you're literally saying that Bernie Sanders is a sellout to Big Nurse. Are you serious? Are you literally going to go out there and trot that out there? Are you really going to make that argument with a real, like, a serious face? Bernie Sanders is in the pocket of Big Nurse? Really, bro? Is that really the argument you want to make? So it's like, yeah, we should remove all super PACs, but to act as if that super PAC is the same as one funded by billionaires, it's like, you'd have to be professionally stupid to do that. And then obviously the one where he says he doesn't want to cut Social Security, that's a bunch of baloney. He's on so many times saying he wants to cut Social Security. He's a big effing liar, man. He just makes stuff up. There are so many clips of Joe Biden advocating for cutting Social Security. It's ridiculous. There's literally a 2-minute clip that compiles all of his, all the times he wanted to cut Social Security. 2-minute clip, all right? Which includes like 3, 4, 5 instances where he's like, yeah, I want to cut Social Security. It's insane. Then he repeats a lie that was stated in 2016. Hillary Clinton randomly was like, oh yeah, you voted against the auto bailout. That wasn't true. He voted for the auto bailout. He voted against the TARP bailout, the Wall Street bailout. I don't even know where people come up with these lies on it. Where do they even come up with these? It's like, what? What? Where do you come up with this, man? Now, Hillary Clinton is a demon. We all know that, so that's where that came from. Came from her inner Satan. But, you know, it's just weird where these lies come from. And then, this is something that's been debunked by so many people now, is where Biden's like, yeah, right after the Iraq War started, I came out against it. And then I think it was CNN, K-File, came out and was like, dude, this is a ridiculous lie. You did not come out against it right away. You were supporting it for like 2 years. What the hell are you? It was like 2005 where he started coming out against it. And so everyone's like, what? What are you talking about? You didn't come out against it right away. That's a bunch of baloney. And so it's hilarious. And so PolitiFact also debunked him on that one. I mean, it's just insane, dude. But the things that he lies with and these things that he comes up with, and dude, if you can name any more lies that he came up with, please let me know in the comments section, because I'm sure there are ones that flew under my radar. But these are the ones that I caught and remembered from watching the debate myself. These 6 lies. Okay, but I'm sure there are more. But these some pretty serious lies. And you got to look at Donald Trump. Joe Biden in some ways is the mirror image of Donald Trump in a lot of ways. His mental decline, his mental capacity is the same as Donald Trump. Actually, no, I think it's worse. I do believe it's worse, actually. I really do. I do really do think it's worse. In addition to that, remember when he like threatened to slap that guy? It's like, bro, what are you doing? And then the biggest one, pathological liar. He plagiarized a ton of speeches, lied about it, and then he's also lied about a lot of other things. Like his performance in school, and as you guys see here, a bunch of other stuff. He lies about a lot, man. He really does lie about a lot. So just want to get this out there, share this with anybody who is not aware that Joe Biden is a pathological liar, because, oh boy, he's a pathological liar.